They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. Um, I'm realizing just like everybody else during the spectacular season, or just if you're in the scary movies or movies that have Halloween themes year round, we never get a chance to see what the monster mash is. They just talk about what the monster mash is. Like think of the equivalent of hearing about the thriller or Gloria Stefan saying the rhythm's gonna get you, but you never get a chance to hear the rhythm. I'm the Dad Pound, the variety streamer, content creator, master of none, and today we're talking Casper, the friendly ghost. Now, you can be friendly and hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment notification bell on, and understand in the links you may see some things. It's not scary at all. We appreciate the support on the kickback. Now, with that being said, IMDb says an afterlife therapist and his daughter meet a friendly ghost when they move into a crumbling mansion in order to rid the premises of a wicked spirit. um, yeah, that's about right. That doesn't spoil anything. Now, this movie came out in 1995. I'm an 80s baby, so this is a great time. This is Saturday morning cartoon, Rice Krispies, Captain Crunch. It just Pop Tarts taste different. Toaster Strudels tasted different. The world was a different place. Man, to be young. Anywho, this one right here, decided to recently watch it. Me and my wife have seen it tons of times, but now 7-year old, throwing her in the mix, having her watch it, and then having a son who's 19 and having him being able to watch it and know kind of what's going on. So I'm gonna give you my rating. I'm gonna go with the highs and lows, but I'm also gonna let you know how the kiddos feel towards the end. So stick around for that. So, or at least one's a grown man at this point. All right. So, anyways, for this movie, the lows, and again, I'm watching it now, but when I was a kid, this was the special effects hold up, but they were much better back then because again, just the time has changed. I mean, we're using AI right now, and Michael Jackson is doing stand-up comedy, so you take that for what it is. Um, the screenplay or the script, what it's not very strong. Yes, there's mean people in school, and you're moving to a new place, and there's some nods to some other pop culture things that are happening, but the storyline isn't very strong. So you have that going on. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and I feel like that's too long for this movie. There's a lot of lull times, even though I don't know, it just feels like it could be shorter, maybe because just the script or the story itself just seems a little bloated for what they're really talking about. Now, the good stuff, the things they're talking about, losing somebody that you love, you care about, and having to deal with that grief, especially if it's a family. You're watching how that affects other people. So it's really good that they talked about that. It is really the biggest part of this whole thing, not just Casper's backstory and his situation, but also the family that moved in. So it's cool there. It has pop culture in it, Mr. Rogers, Ghostbusters. There is 100% a Ghostbuster reference early on in the movie, and it is funny. It has a very, I want to say, Beetlejuice feel to it. Whether how it's shot, it's not by the same director or team, I don't think, but it just has a very interesting shot. Also, you had a time where I think you had the Addams Family as well that comes out in theaters. The cast, it was a really good cast to see. This cast is a cast that you probably saw in a lot of shows and commercials and movies at the time, at the mid 90s. So it was cool there. Like I said, the CG was good. It held up. It did what it needed to do for the story that was there. Some of the comedic values came from not just Casper, but the three ghosts, three stooges, I like to call them, that were throughout the movie. So that was cool. Now, let's go ahead and rate this movie. Now, we're going to go ahead and rate this movie from a 0 to a 5, 5 being excellent, 0 being 0. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you might, Bill Pullman is in it. Christina Ricci's in it. Like I said, it's a really good cast when you go back and look at this. And the movie does kind of hold up. Now, my rating for this movie is, I'm gonna say it's a 3. It's pretty average. There's nothing wrong with it. I will tell you, the oldest son didn't care to stay around at all. Now, when he was younger, he did pay attention to it more, and it's just, I'm going to give you a glimpse of where we're heading with the youngins. He did pay attention to it more. Again, we're 80 babies, like me and my wife, so we watch this like it's a throwback, like it's nostalgic. Um, he didn't care for it the second go around. at all. Now, my daughter who's 7, she enjoyed it. No, she didn't. I'm thinking of something else, another movie that I'm gonna do. We'll talk about with twins. So wink, wink. She did not. She literally, like, other than some of the times where Casper was on screen, didn't care for it. There were some scenes where they wanted to ramp up a little bit of the fear. This is PG, not PG-13. So she just didn't care for it at all. She just literally there were some times where she got covered her eyes. And I don't remember covering my eyes as a kid. Maybe I watched it in my teens, maybe versus, but she just did not care for this movie at all. And it's not that she wanted to go play with her tablet. She wanted to go watch K-pop Demon Hunter I kid you not, we've crossed over 100 times that I've watched that movie, and I'm happy that I've gotten, her to watch that movie. Now I've got my wife to watch this movie, so I'm a proud father looking back at that, but, she didn't care for it too much, so take that for what you want. I think that's just the technology of it, and if somebody is not on YouTube telling the kids to watch XYZ, they don't care for it. So what I do care for is you being here. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. And I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, kalika allow.